What's up, 259? Today's a very special episode of Run CNC. It's our fourth episode. Hope you all are excited. We have our completed sign, so we're quite professional now. Dixon has finished it. Surprisingly, I had to redo it all over again, though. So, big news, we have a very special guest. Margo from Environmental is here. So we're really excited about that. So Margo Robbie, Margo Rita.
Margo Ruffle, yeah. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
It's usually Margo Ruffle.
Who's Margo Ruffle?
Well, that's what it gets pronounced all the time because they see Ruffle has one F and they automatically
Margo Ruffle. Well,
so I'm constantly being called Margo Ruffle.
Margo Ruffle.
But it's Ruffle.
Margo Ruffle. Okay. Well, we're super happy to have you on. I mean, you are our first guest outside of the service center, so we would at this point take just about anybody else. We're tired of talking to Dixon and Nick and Bronson. We're really tired of Bronson.
Okay.
Happy
to be here.
Well, thank you very much. We're really glad. The most thing I want to talk about is your department, environmental. What does your department do, and why is it so important?
Well, main function of our department is to keep employees safe and to keep the district following state and federal regulations.
Okay.
So the areas that encompass that for the district is we make sure we're in compliance with all asbestos regulations. Many of our buildings still have asbestos, which is fine. It's completely legal.
Okay.
But we make sure it's maintained the way it's supposed to be. And anytime we do construction projects, that the abatement process is followed to regulations.
Got it.
The other thing that we comply with is our hazardous waste management.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all kinds of regulations around that. Our underground storage tanks is highly regulated. And then, like I said, the other big component is employee safety, which for most companies, they have to follow OSHA regulations, but since we're a state entity, we follow under Kansas Department of Labor, which ultimately follows OSHA regulations.
Now, when you say underground storage, what do you guys store underground? Is it cool stuff like treasure?
No, they're not that glamorous.
Okay.
It's fuel, diesel fuel. We have one with unleaded gas here at the school service center, and then another one with used oil.
Are you guys planning for like a zombie apocalypse or something?
No.
Okay.
No, it's for heating fuel. For boilers.
Is it made out of whale blubber? No. Oh, okay. Well, you never know. Yeah, there's lots of...
Most of them are fiberglass. We have a few steel tanks, but most of them are fiberglass.
Cool. Well, I really appreciate the environmental department. We've worked with you guys before because our waterfall in the back. So thank you for all that you guys do. It's really fascinating. Would you say that you're one of the most important, if not the most important department at the service center?
I mean, I don't want to brag and say we're the most important, but I would say we're very important because our focus is on safety. And I think safety is very important.
I agree. You're kind of full of yourself and your department, but okay. We had Dixon on last week. He received the Good Apple Award. I understand your whole department received the Good Apple Award.
Yes, we had two big projects that we have worked on as a department the last 5 years. We tested all of our occupied rooms in all buildings for radon, which that was a multi-year project. And then we also tested all of our potential drinking water sources in our attendance centers for lead.
Radon, are those robots?
No, it's a odorless and invisible gas that if you're exposed to too much, it can cause cancer.
You guys should check the men's bathroom for radon.
It's not that kind of gas.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's invisible and odorless.
Okay, well, It's dangerous in there, is all I'm going to say.
I'm not putting one foot in that bathroom.
So, your whole department got the award, not a single person.
Correct.
So, are you saying that your department, there's not a single person in your department that deserves a Good Apple Award on their own?
Oh, I would say, everyone deserves a Good Apple. I mean, this particular projects was a group effort. It required a lot of working Saturdays.
Ugh, gross.
So, that sacrifice of not having your full Saturday to yourself that you're used to. So
I guess you guys deserved it. But okay, are you saying that your whole department won the award? Millings shouldn't win a Good Apple as a whole department?
Sure, I think you should. Yeah, you collectively.
Yeah. Are you implying that your department's better than our department?
No.
I don't think that's what she's saying. I think she's saying environmental wants Millings to go down. That's what I'm hearing. Is that? Yeah, I get it.
Sure.
You heard it here first, folks. Environmental has it out for Millings. Why is it called environmental? Why is the environment so mental?
Well, I'll give you a little bit of history on our department.
Okay.
When it was first put together, it was called the Hazardous Waste Department, which I think is not a very good name.
No,
it sounds very negative.
Yeah.
And it was started because of asbestos regulations. And asbestos is considered a hazardous waste.
Yeah.
And then also RCRA, which is hazardous waste regulations. But I think it was changed to environmental because I think after a while they realized, hey, the hazardous waste department is really not a good name. So EHS is what we encompass, and a lot of companies have EHS, environmental health and safety.
Got it.
That stands for. So that fits our description better now.
So working in environmental doesn't make you mental.
Right now, it does not make you mental.
I appreciate you clearing that. Because
environmental services, it gets confused. Like a lot of hospitals will use the term environmental services for their custodial, for their cleaning of their buildings.
See that.
So yeah,
they clean up some disgusting hazardous material.
And they keep the hospital clean. So the environment of the hospital. So they name themselves environmental.
How many endangered species have you saved?
Let me think here. Actually, I have saved a species, but I don't know if it was an endangered one. We have had issues with bats infesting our buildings over the years. And I remember, this is probably about maybe 10 years ago, we got a call from an elementary building that they had a bat in their classroom, and it was just on the floor in the corner. It was docile. So we went and captured it in a box and then set it free.
Was it a vampire bat?
No, it was probably a Mexican.
We can't say that. No, I'm just joking.
They come from Mexico.
Oh, that's funny. What does asbestos taste like?
I have no idea. I've never tasted it and never will.
How can you say that you're into safety if you don't know what's dangerous to eat?
We don't taste. Yeah, no, we don't.
What are you hiding, Margo?
I'm not hiding anything.
Okay. EVs or bicycles?
I've only ridden a bicycle, but I would be not opposed to having an EV. Are you talking about electric bicycles?
Yes.
Yeah. I think they're pretty cool.
Okay. All right. That's cool. We've created a little game to test how good you are at environmental tests. So you're going to tell us which of these is contaminated water. So, Margo, which of these is this is hard, I know. which of these is contaminated water?
Well, that one on the right looks very questionable.
There's chunks in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's a questionable color.
You think that this one?
Although it's the color of Coca-Cola.
Okay, that's just cheating. Okay, you win. Yeah. Okay, Margo is obviously very qualified to be in the. It is Coca-Cola with some cacao nibs in it.
Okay.
So she's done a great job. She's obviously very qualified to run the environmental department.
But I would not drink either one of those.
Oh, you wouldn't?
You know why?
Why?
Because they're not labeled.
What's so big about labeling?
That is a requirement. If you have a liquid, in your workplace, it needs to be labeled. That's a OSHA violation.
I violated OSHA.
Yes, you did.
That could be dangerous to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we okay. I'm just gonna stop there before I get our department into trouble. Something seriously though. You got some big news coming up. What's going on?
Well, after almost 16 years with the district, I am retiring at the end of this month.
You're retiring.
Yes.
That's exciting, but very sad. We're gonna miss you.
Yes, I'll miss a lot of people here too.
Yeah,
I'm sad about that.
Yeah, it's always nice to see your smiling face as we walk by. At this time of the show, we do questions and comments. Would you like to read I've pre-screened this because the questions get out of hand and hurtful to me. So Margo has a pre-screened question.
Okay, so
No, right there.
this one?
Yeah.
Well, Donna asked, how do your cabinets compare to those found at Home Depot or Lowe's?
That's a great question, Donna. Our quality and construction is basically what sets it apart. Most of the time when you go to a home improvement store, they have different grades of cabinet, but they're for the home. So they're framed. They have a frame in front of them. Ours are frameless, so they're called institutional cabinets. You'll see them in hospitals, schools, prisons. They're more affordable. Plus, when you go to Home Depot, the frame is made out of hardwood, but the frame is not structural. The rest of the cabinet could be made from MDF, thin MDF. Ours are made from solid 3/4 plywood throughout. So they're built better. They're also more affordable. We can get them built faster, and we use the glue and screw method. And we're gonna have beautiful Bronson. So let me pan over to beautiful Bronson. He will demonstrate the difference between a Phillips screwdriver created in America versus the Canadian screw, the Peterson screw. So let's go. Whoops, wrong direction. Take it away, beautiful Bronson. Wait, hold on. Take it easy. Let me get, there you go. Camera doesn't like Bronson. Okay, so on his right hand, he's got the Phillips, and in his left, he has the Peterson, the square head, and that is a Phillips head screwdriver. So lovely. And there is the Peterson screw and the screw head, sometimes called a square head. The square head is, thank you, yeah. Thank you, Bronson. He's not very talented, and the camera hates him. Whoops, okay, we're going crazy here. The Peterson screw is stronger for torque, and it's just a better screw because it doesn't strip out. I'm gonna do, there we go. But they're harder to find. But we like the Peterson.
I'll tell you honestly, I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
What about the Peterson screw?
I'll give you one if you want.
Okay.
You can have it. So that's it. That's why I think our cabinets are better than anyone else's. That concludes the show for this week. Margo, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so glad you did because we need new guests, new blood. We really enjoyed your visit, and we are going to miss you at the service center.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll miss you guys too.
You've taken good care of everyone. A few things before we go. We want to thank everyone in the 259 that keeps using and abusing our cabinets and other products. Keeps us busy, keeps us in work. A little shout out to Jackie P from Southwest. You know who you are. Please don't break stuff on purpose. Okay, that's not the point. Just to see us come out and fix them. Shame on you. And I'm going to leave you with one final thought. The glue we use to put things together is only as good as the horse it's made from. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Margo.
Bye.